All right, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? How is it going? I am Is There No One Else? And the video I'm bringing you today, we are doing another gear set review for the Greymoor PTS. Before we dive into that, I wanted to explain something. You know, I've read a lot of patch notes over the years. I think this is like year 3 or 4 of me doing this now. I'm normally pretty diligent in releasing gear set reviews, covering the stuff that I find interesting. And there's all different types of sets that, that are interesting, that catch your eye. Either they have a flashy proc condition that does a ton of damage, and you're not sure if it's viable, or it just has a ton of weapon damage, or maybe it's got a ton of resistances or sustain, or it just has something that is going to fit your build perfectly, or maybe it's just got flashy lights and it's got pretty colors, and just the way the shield or animation looks, it doesn't matter that it sucks. It's just cool and it makes you laugh. Like it doesn't matter. Like there's all sorts of gear sets that exist in this game that make us want to try and run them. And then we have this set, and this set is not like any of those things. It doesn't have a fancy proc condition. It doesn't have, well, it's got a couple flashing lights. I'll show you that to you. But it's got a little sparkle to it. But it's not fancy. It's not flashy. It just does what it's supposed to do, and what it's supposed to do is glorious. It is the best thing that I think has come to the week 1 of the PTS. So, without further ado, guys, I bring you the Toyota Corolla of gear sets, the Snow Treader's boots. These are so simple in their design, but they're perfect. I'll just dive into it. You are immune to snares and immobilizations that can be cleansed, while in combat you cannot sprint. That's the set. That's what it does. It says what it does, and what it does is fantastic. When you play outnumbered PvP, if you guys have been following my channel for a while, whether it was my discussion with Lobo, or just, me running Barkskin back in the day, rest in peace, one of my favorite sets of all time that I haven't been able to run for a while. If you've been following this channel, immobilizations and snares have been the biggest pain in the ass. In the last couple patches, they haven't been as big of an issue because they've really taken a step back from what snares used to be. This says, I'm going to give a middle finger to all snare builds in the game. So any snare that you can purify and get the snare off you, whether it's like Caltrops, if it's an immobilization like Crippling Grasp, Encase, or the biggest culprit of them all, Bombard. If you're getting immobilized by Bombard from groups of people that just have that one guy in the back that are like, hey, you push this one button to fuck this person over and the other 12 of us are going to take care of him, that's what this set takes care of. It no longer allows that to happen. So, I'm wearing Grotha right now. But if you look at the animation around my feet right now, I have this little sparkle. And that's what this does. These things are typically, they snare you, or they can snare and immobilize you. I do not have any immobilizations. I can move freely. And now, some people have already said, like, oh, like you're wearing the boots, you can't sprint, that's not good. For me personally, I don't sprint a whole lot in open world PvP. I normally have access to Major Expedition on all my builds. I try to utilize it that way. There are a lot of benefits to running this very simple set. First of all, we no longer have to run Shuffle. We no longer have to run Shuffle because we have snare removal with this set. What it also means is now we can slot a Lewd. So every time we get hit with an AoE with a Lewd, we have free snare removal. We have Major Expedition all the time. That also means we don't have to run Race Against Time. That means we can run Channeled Acceleration. So we have with Channeled Acceleration, we have a longer duration of our crit chance, as well as a longer duration of our Major Expedition. I think that this set is so good because it can potentially free up a skill on your bar. If you guys have ever played Magplar in open world PvP and you fought outnumbered, yes, you don't need to run snare removal because you have Purify. But the problem with that is the minute you purify the snares off you, you know that if you're fighting 3, 4, or 5 people, somebody else is going to hit a snare on you, and then you got to purify again. And you spend so much of your resources sometimes just trying to get these abilities off you so you can move and get to a spot to fight, that it's just really frustrating. Mag DK is the exact same way. Like whether you use Wings or Misform, you have to use it a lot, and you still have that guy, whether he's a 50k health Frost Warden or he's that bow guy in the back just spamming that one ability, or it doesn't matter. There's a million different builds like this. We all know what they are. Some of us run them, and that's fine. You don't have to out yourself, but let's be honest. You know what you're doing. You know that it bugs us, you know, those of us that are trying to fight the 4 or 5 of you, and you know it's effective. Now we have a counter, and this is a fantastic set. Like, I posted a video earlier talking about the gloves, and I'm excited about trying to get the gloves to work. I know for a fact that these boots will be valuable in open world PvP on just about every set or build in the game. You know, you can find a way to make this work. And that's the cool part about these new Mythic item sets. And I'm going to say it quite a few times on all these Mythic item sets, but you're only sacrificing one piece of armor, and you gain so much. Like, this is essentially shuffle or race against time all the time. All the time. Like, that's how good this is. And you can take those skills off your bar if you so choose to, because you're going to be able to move. You can fit an expedition skill. There's so many different things you can do. Like, it can help free up bar space. It's going to be a very, very valuable set, is what I'm trying to say. So, out of all of the things that are available for the Mythic item sets, in my opinion, this one is going to have a place in PvP builds. If you fight outnumbered PvP, if you fight solo, small scale, whatever, whether you're a healer, a Nightblade, whatever, we all run across those Bombard builds. We all do. And this neutralizes them. And now maybe finally, if enough people run something like this, we won't have to deal with Bombard. And we can get back to PvP where, you know, we're not like some monster getting chased down by a village full of people with pitchforks, and they're just slowly nipping away at our ankles, just wearing us out. So I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited about this set. Yeah, it's not very flashy. Doesn't have to be. It's going to be awesome. If you guys have any questions or comments about this video, please provide in the section below. I tested it quite a bit yesterday on the PTS, on the PTS on my live stream. Speaking of live stream, like that segue, I do stream every Wednesdays and Saturdays. So I'll be streaming Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern. You guys can feel free to check it out. If you guys don't want to check it out, that's fine too. But if you guys want to participate in, you know, attempting to break the game and find cool and unique builds and, you know, help out the community with posting stuff that's busted or broken, or just finding, you know, new gear combinations that are strong, it really helps me out. I'm not even joking. I did my stream yesterday, and so many people brought up things in the patch notes that I missed, that if I didn't talk to them, I still wouldn't know about them. And now I have to go and do some reviews, and I have to look over that stuff, and you know, it only helps me help you guys. So if you guys want to do that, that's cool. If not, you know, like I said, I will be doing lots of these videos. I will be going over each and every Mythic set. I will eventually get to Werewolf. I will cover that stuff. I will get to the gear sets. I will get to the new gear sets. I will get to the modified gear sets. And then by that time, we'll be on like week 3 of the PTS, and we'll have whole new patch notes, and we'll have to discuss those. So lots of videos are incoming. Yeah, that's going to be this video. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a nice day.